Don't forget about it. So among the the three kind of clauses, adverb clause had the more kind: adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, purpose, result, reason, condition, and so on. Right? There are many. But for HD clause, how many kind? Everybody, how many kind of HD clauses are there? How many kind? 81? How many kinds of HTU? Two, right? Define and non-defining. Yeah. But for HD clause, sorry, for noun clause, we have three kinds here. Then we have, over here you can see that we have, define. Sorry, we have that clause, if whether clause and question clause. Okay. So let's go together, 81. Now what is called noun clause? So noun clause, it is the kind of clause that function as noun. So again, everybody, among the three kind of clauses, HT clause modify noun, right? So the function of HTU, adverb clause modify verb, modify adverb, modify HTU. But noun clause doesn't modify. Noun clause just function as noun. Okay. It doesn't modify. HD clause modify noun. Adverb clause modify verb, right? But noun clause doesn't modify. Noun clause just function as noun. Okay, this is the difference among the three kinds. And usually, a noun clause, it can be a subject, it can be object, it can be, subject complement. You will learn later at the end of the session, okay? There we have, many kind of noun clause. But the main one, we have subject. It can be subject. It can be object. It can be, complement. And, another one is that, talking about that. Like here example. What the service reported was incorrect. So this is, called noun clause that function as subject. Okay. What the service reported. So it is subject. How do we know about it? How do we know that it is subject? Because it stands before verb. What verb, everyone? What verb? What verb here? Yeah? What verb here, everyone? Was, yeah. So this one is verb. That's why, the noun clause here function as subject. Okay. Like what about one more here, buddy? People once believe that the world was flat. So which one is a noun clause here? Is believe is verb, right? So noun clause is at the end. So when it say behind verb, what do we call it, buddy? What do we call? Before verb, subject. How about behind verb?
Object.
Yeah, object. Okay. So noun clause can don't forget, noun clause function as noun, and it can be subject. It can be object. And another one, I feel that she is pretty. So which one they call noun clause here, buddy? Which one? Which one noun clause? From where to where? Do you know or not? Yeah, that's the pretty. Yeah, that's a pretty here. It's still after the word in feel, right? Feel we call what about it? Feel we call what verb? Huh? What do we call the verb feel here? Linking verb, right? Linking verb. And then when the noun they stand after linking verb, we call what? Everyone? We call what? What do we call?
Noun.
I know it is noun. But what do we call that noun when it stands after linking verb? Subject complement. Okay. Subject complement. Okay. So where example I say, I am a teacher. Example. Just give you one example. I am a teacher. F we call linking verb, right? How about a teacher? We call what? Subject complement. So when any noun, or adjective, they stand after linking verb, we call it, and we call it again, subject complement. Okay. So these are the, different function of noun clause. Okay. If you look at it, the noun clause here, buddy, do we have comma or not, everyone? In HD clause, we have comma, right? When it is what? Define, non-define, everyone? Yeah, non-defined. How about adverb clause? How about adverb clause? When do we need comma in adverb clause? When it stands again before, after independent clause. Huh? Before, after? Before, right? Before. Because I have no money, comma, right? I cannot go anywhere, okay? But you know, noun clause, be careful about it. In noun clause has no comma. Take note, everybody. In noun clause has no comma, okay? You have to take note about that. Don't confuse. HT clause has comma, adverb clause has comma, but noun clause doesn't have comma at all, okay? You see what you have to remember. So in noun clause, you know, never use comma at all in noun clause. Be careful about it. No comma at all. If you put comma, it is wrong. Okay. I am sure, comma, wrong. Okay, like one more. He is clever, comma, wrong. So noun clause, you know, has no comma at all. You see what you have to remember in that. And another one about it. There are three kinds of noun clauses that I have told you already. We have that clause. They start with the word that. We have if whether clause. They start with the word if or whether. Okay. And the last one we call it question clause. They start with question word, right? Like who, what, where, or how, and so on. So if we talk about conjunction, you know, if we compare to HD clause and adverb clause, does noun clause have more conjunction than than HD clause, everybody? Yeah, no. Does noun clause have more conjunctions than HD clause? Yeah, no. Yeah, no, anyone? That, if, whether, who, what, where, when, why, how much, how long, how far, example. They are in the noun clause, right? So they have more than HD clause or less than? Which one? Which one, everybody? Mới trời class more than HD clause. HD clause miền man biết đấy. Miền bao miền bảy biết đang nghĩ chả nào giềng tiền. HD clause miền class miền này cái who, which, that, where, when, why. Bạn năng năng, hay năng. But this one we have more here. We have that clause. We have here if, whether, and question word here a lot. Mình bạn năng gì? Who, which, where, when, why, how much, how long, how far, how often, right? Example, we have many more than that. So noun clause have more conjunction than HD clause. But which one had the more conjunction? Which one? HD, a verb or noun that has the more conjunction? Which one? Anyone?
Adverb.
Yeah, adverb clause. Okay, hiện short class mới come on mà sai xong 7 4 2 mẹ riêng phát chân. And remember, I always check attendance every session. Okay, if you just join one session and then you disappear, you still A. Don't forget about it. I check. If you somehow you just join first session and then second session you disappear, you still get A from me. That's why I always let the class monitor to check and compare with me. Okay. Nhưng trong thứ 3 nè, còn in fair anti of này, not just join and then disappear. Okay, everybody study hard. Not just study and then play game, okay? Good, go on. So now let's study one by one about each kind of noun clause. So that clause, you know, is the clause that start with the word that. Okay. So I remember, you know, in noun clause, in HD clause, do we have that or not? Yeah, no. Yeah, no, everybody. In noun clause. In HD clause, do we have that as well?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah. How about in adverb clause? Do we have that or not? Adverb clause, do we have? Yeah, no. In adverb clause, do we have that? Yeah, no.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah. So that, in order that. Okay, don't forget. Okay, do we have also? That's why you know you have to be careful in English. You have to be careful. You know that. How can we recognize that this is adjective clause, this is adverb clause, this is noun clause? Because you know they all have the same conjunction like here, something like that here, right? Adjective clause also have that. Noun clause also have that. Adverb clause also have that. So you have to be careful. But you know, usually you know when we talk about that here, you should know here. Usually you know noun clause stand before verb or after verb. This is what you have to recognize. Okay. Noun clause usually stand before or after verb. Like here example, Rong hopes that his book will be popular. So which one a noun clause, everybody? Which one? That, right? That his book will be popular. And before that here, have verb on, have a noun or not, everyone? Hope here, noun or verb, everyone? Noun or verb? Verb, right? So this is not adjective clause. And this is not adverb. This is what? Noun clause. Noun clause, right? Don't forget that. Okay. How do we know? Stand after verb here. Stand after verb, right? After verb. So this is called what? Noun clause. Not adjective, not adverb clause. This is what you have to recognize. When you see the clause that stand after the word verb here, this is not adjective, not adverb, but it is noun clause. Function as what? Bây giờ là tu gì này, là tu gì ấy? Là tu chỉ subject or object gì? Hả?
Object.
Yeah, object, yeah, object. Easy, right? You can see. Object here, is it direct or indirect? Mới mình là mua gì hay gì? Only one object here because what? Direct object or indirect object? Huh?
Direct object.
Yeah, direct object. You have to take note about it. When only one object, we have only one that we call direct object. Okay, so this is called, that clause that function as direct object. How do we know? Stand after the verb hope here. And which one is subject? Wrong. Subject, right? And which one is verb? Here, hope is verb. So this is, the sentence that has noun clause. They have, noun clause that function as object of the whole sentence. And everybody, this sentence we call what? We call simple sentence, compound sentence, or complete sentence. Anyone? Mùi nè. Simple.
Compound sentence.
Compound. Chứ slow. Huh? We call what? Everybody? Simple, compound, or complex? Mùi nào vậy? Yeah, mấy mình? Mấy? Pound complex. I mean simple đấy nè. This is simple yet. Compound or complex? Mùi nào vậy? Which one do you choose?
Compound.
Compound tu tra miền cái fanboy ấy. I mean fanboy mau bên nè. Miền fanboy bên nè. Chẳng ấy. Chẳng chỉ complex sentence. Yat phong. Remember everybody. When you use adjective clause, adverb clause, noun clause, this is called complex sentence. Xong chưa nam? You will learn this next week, okay? Next week you will learn about the type of sentence structure, but you have to take note, okay? Wherever you noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause, they are called what? Complex sentence. Man, compound ni. Compound when you get fanboy, right? Or conjunctive adverb, okay? So again, this is called complex sentence, not simple sentence, not compound, okay? You have to take note about this. And usually, how do we know that it is noun clause? Usually here, as I told you already, it stands after verb, right? It stands after verb. Okay. So when it stands after verb, we call what, everybody? We call what? Huh? We call it again. Hi, man. We subject, right? And no is what? No, we call what? Verb.
Verb.
So which one noun clause here? From that to the end. That or mat, that or mat. That here to the end here. We know that we mean have higher verbal action than mean. So noun clause it start from that to again mean, right? And function as what? How is it? Again, man. How again, man? How again? Nè. Subject, right? Huh? Nè. That we mean have higher nè. We call what? Do we call subject or what? Start after verb.
Object.
Yeah, object. Cái object mình gì? Hay say object mình?
Object complete.
Say object. Say cái mình?
Direct object.
Yeah, direct object. Cái gì? Object complete mình nói bị cái nhỏ mà nè. Direct object mean là mùi sao nó mean pi vào nè. Chẳng only one, chẳng direct object mình đánh after verb đấy. After verb we call cái direct object. Thì object complement nó bị cái nhỏ vậy. Nghĩa nè. Okay, so again, this is called a noun clause. that function as a direct object. Okay, because it's after the verb know here. So this is called noun clause. And do we put comma? Mean comma out?
No, teacher.
No comma. Remember, noun clause has no comma. Yeah. Okay, like so the whole sentence we call it independent clause. This is called dependent clause. That's why we call what? The whole we call what? Say mà nhóm dụ ý say mấy dụ ý cái mình. What do we call that sentence? Simple, compound, complex mình.
Complex sentence, teacher.
Yeah, complex. Mấy mình đằng sàn trẻ chỉ mới bài gì mơ. This is called cái DC. That clause DC, right? DC. And then it functions of one more. It is the object of the whole sentence here. That we call it IC. So IC plus DC, it we call it complex sentence. So noun clause function as two here. The first one, it is that clause or noun clause. And the second, it functions as object of the whole sentence. That we call it IC. Okay, so IC plus DC, complex sentence, like that. Okay, like another one. He promised that they could see their child immediately after. So which one is called noun clause here, buddy? From where to where? From where to where? Where?
That.
Yeah, that to the end, right? That to the end. And it's after what? What? It's after the verb promise, right? So we call it that clause that function as object. Okay, and then the whole one we call it independent clause. That's why we call complex sentence. This is what you have to understand about that clause. Okay, so you know actually you use it every day, right? But you don't know what we call. Actually, this is noun clause. We use a lot of noun clause every day. Okay, and another one, is after some adjective. When all after some adjective, that we call adjective clause. Be careful about it. Not all. Like happy, like glad, like proud, like pleased, like sad, upset, worried, sorry, surprised, and sure, that we can use with noun clause, and they explain about what emotion here. So not all adjective they can use that way. Okay, like example, the class was surprised that. So that here we call it noun clause, right? Because it's after the word adjective here. So we call adjective complement. Adjective complement here. So the class was surprised that the instructors canceled the final exam. So this one is called noun clause, and it's after adjective here. And remember, not all adjective, only adjective that describe about what? Emotion, right? If you with noun clause. Okay, so this is IC, and this is that clause. Okay, that function as adjective complement. And another one, is after some noun, not all. Some noun. Remember, everybody, among the clause, which one that always stand after noun? Everybody, adjective, adverb, or noun clause that always stand after noun. It modify. Which one? Noun clause, adjective, adverb.
I think adjective clause.
Yeah, adjective clause. Remember, right? Adjective clause has only one function. It stands after the noun. It modify. That's why you have to be careful that noun clause also have when they stand after some noun as well. So you have to know about these noun. So when you see these noun, they are not adjective clause. They are noun clause. They like idea, like theory, like short, claim, assertion, statement, belief, notion, and opinion. So when you see these noun, another clause they stand after it are not adjective clause. They are noun clause. Okay, you have to take note. English, not very easy for you, right? You have to take note a lot. Exception, right, like that. Okay, like example here. No one believes Galileo's theory that. So if you never learn about noun clause, you will say that, oh, this is adjective clause, right? Because after the word theory noun. No, this is noun clause. Okay, noun clause here. How do we know? Remember all these noun here, like idea, theory, short, claim, assertion, statement, belief, notion, and opinion. So when you see these noun, they are not adjective clause. They are, noun clause. Okay, they are noun clause, everybody. Remember, this is what you have to remember about that. So there are some adjective that you with noun clause. There are some noun that you with noun clause as well. And you have to read a lot. When you have free time, everybody, stay home, read more. Not stay home, play Facebook. And then when you come back, teacher, sorry, I don't know, I have no idea. Đà hi ấy Đà Hiên chứ làm Đà hi. Đà Hiên, read in free time, okay?
Sinh chân đi mua ở ban đến chứ.
Okay, go on. Continue, everybody. And one more that also non-clause, is that clause, can also at the beginning of the sentence. So when it stands at the beginning of the sentence before the verb, we call what, everybody? Huh? What do we call when it stands before the verb? We call what? Subject, right? Like here example, the students are always late is habit. Which one is called noun clause here, everybody? Which one? From where to where they call noun clause? Where? Where to where? They call noun clause. Anyone?
Always until end.
That students are always late is called noun clause. Okay, and function as subject. And which one is the verb here? Where is the verb, everybody? Where is the verb?
Is, teacher.
Is, right? Is. That's why it functions as subject. Subject gì? Này cái try mấy nào? Who's that? Who is so try? Mà này cái mình số ấy em. Who? Bây go on. Chẳng the student verb are always is subject and it stand before the verb is here. That's why we call it subject. Okay. So this is about the places that you can recognize they are noun clause. They be called that clause. Okay. So it can stand at after verb, they as object, after some adjective, after some noun, also before the verb. Okay, they be called noun clause, and they function as subject here. Okay, this is what you have to recognize about that clause. So and another one about it, the whole sentence. Don't forget, this is not simple sentence. This is called again complex sentence. Okay, when you noun clause. บอกไปไม่ยังกาได้เลยบอกไปกาได้ยังกาเป็นบอกไปได้แล้วนะกาได้เสนอมาเรียนยืดโน่คือจีตลอดไปมาฉะนั้นบอกไปกายังบอกไปกาบอกจีนองคล้อไหมบอกไปได้เลยกาOkay, go on. And another one, sometimes noun clause also with start with the word it as well. You see the structure, right? Of like some thing that you learned from last time about passive verb. We have it plus it plus passive verb plus that clause. Can you remember that, everybody? Can you remember that? It plus passive verb plus that clause. Yeah, have you learned? Everyone?
Yes, already.
Yeah, already. This is also noun clause. Okay. So that is one. This is a bit, strange sometimes. Yeah, when you put that at the beginning of a sentence, do you feel okay, everyone? Do you? That earth is getting warmer is certain. Ca đài phát đấy can tại cái đảo đó. Vì có đấy. Actually, it is right? It is correct. But some people feel strange. Đi chcô mấy nhỉ? Okay. Have you ever used like this way, everybody? Have you ever written the sentence like this? Everyone? Drop me ấy. Yeah, no?
No.
No, that's why it looks so strange, right? But actually, it is not wrong. It is correct. Okay. But you can use another way. You can use this way. Okay.
Yeah.
You can use this way. No problem. You can say it is certain that Earth is getting warmer. No problem. Okay. So you can put it at the beginning of the subject. Okay, and put a bit that behind it. And it is not adjective clause. This is noun clause again. The step after some adjective here, right? That you learned already. Actually, they show about the emotion, right? Like certain, like proud, and so on, like that. Okay, so you can use this way or this way, and they are the same noun clause. The same noun clause. Okay. And another one that also in noun clause is the way we change from direct speak to reported speak. Have you ever learned about it? Direct speak and reported speak. Have you ever learned about this? Anyone?
Already, teacher. Already.
Okay, so good. So which one they will call noun clause? Direct or indirect? They will call noun clause. Direct speak or reported speak, they will call noun clause. Which one? Here. Reported speak. That we call noun clause. And we also have, we call what we call indirect speak, right? We can call reported speak, or we can call, indirect speak or indirect quotation that we call, noun clause. And when we change, already there are four ways, right? There are four ways that we change from direct speak to reported speak. So what is direct speak, everybody? What is direct speak, everyone? What is direct speak? Huh? What is direct speak? Anyone can answer that? Anyone can answer? What is direct speak and what is reported speak? Well, when you report somebody without changing anything, what do we call? Mà sầm đấy cái đam gì mấy diễn đạo viên đại đẳng hàng hai yên. Direct, indirect.
Direct.
Yeah, direct. Direct, we just keep the same, right? Without changing anything. Okay, and then when we change from direct to indirect, we have four ways here. The first one, we change punctuation, right? Omit comma, omit quotation mark, and put the word that, right? Second, change pronoun. The third, change one tense. Change here, we change one tense. He means that, if present simple, we change to what, everybody? If present simple, we change to what? Past simple, right? How about past simple change to what? Anyone? Present simple change to past simple. How about past simple? Yeah, past perfect, right? Past perfect. Okay. And the last way we change the time expression. But this is optional. We can change or no need. But don't forget in the exam, you must change. Like today we change to that day. Last night change to that night. Now change to then. Next month change to the following month. Yesterday we change to the day before, right? This is about the way they change from direct speak to reported speak, or we can call it indirect speak, right? So you learn already. I hope you know so well, right? Anyone? You learn already, right? And now you learn again. Don't forget. So when we change to indirect speak, they are called noun clause.ให้ example here, buddy. So when we change from the 10, don't forget present simple, we change to past simple. Present continue, we change to past continue. Present perfect, we change to past perfect. Present perfect continue, we change to past perfect continue. Past simple, we change to past perfect. Past continue, we can change to past perfect continue. But past perfect, what do we change? What do we change from past perfect, everybody? Stay the same, right? No more change. Will, we change to would, can, could, must, had to, may, might, should stay the same, right? Might stay the same. So this is about the way that we change, from the direct speak to reported speak. And you know that usually you have to be careful about it. If I, just change a little bit here. Okay, now example, everybody. If I just say, she said, I have no money. Anyone can change this sentence, everybody? Anyone can change this sentence? Yeah. Can you change to that indirect speak, everybody? Change to reported speak. Yeah. Chan, say Harriet. Can you change this one? Say Harriet. Chan, say Harriet. Say Harriet. Nào vào đấy. Mở. Sỏi é về hơi. Mình chân đáo. Mình chân đáo. Chân đáo. Gì here? Giờ thân đánh nó cho riêng này, giờ thân đánh thế phụ này. Mở, anyone? Cho đại mở cả cho lôi. So cho
It is.
Okay.
Tell me, sir.
Mà luôn mình hút. Learn May Hood.
Yes, sir.
May Hood.
It is said that
Can you
I
hear
have
me?
no money. Yes.
May Hood.
Teacher, I hear.
Yes,
I
sir.
heard him.
Hello.
Kim Charatana, you want to say something, right? Kim Charatana.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, maintain from direct speak to indirect speech, right?
Do you hear me,
Sir,
everyone?
can you hear me?
Do you hear me well?
Yeah, teacher, I hear.
Yeah. Do you hear me, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, teacher.
Hello, everyone. Do you hear me well?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, teacher. Can hear you well, teacher.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, teacher. Hello, teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
And
So sad.
bật lên nhỉ? Bật on lên nhỉ? Sorry, mà chờ lòng bật lên cho họ lư. Well, Kim Charatana, can you answer again? Ratana?
Yeah, teacher. Shall maintain from direct speak to indirect speak, right?
Yes. So she said that.
She said, she said that she had no money.
Yeah, she had no money. Okay, good. So, when we change, from direct speak, we have to change 4 ways, right? The first one we change, the punctuation, right? No comma, no punctuation. Put the word that and change pronoun, right? And one more, change the verb to 110. Back, right? Means present simple, change to past simple. Okay, thank you. How about another one? My mother told me. Sorry. Told me I didn't believe you. Okay. How about this one? I didn't believe you yesterday. Okay. Now, anyone can check this one? Anyone? My mother told me I didn't believe you yesterday. Anyone can change this sentence to report to speak? Flipung?
My mother. Yeah, teacher, can I try?
Yeah.
My mother told me that she's
past simple change to what?
perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, chúng ta mấy see ấy. Perfect mà. See again.
She had believe
you change to what? Me.
Believe me.
Yesterday change to what? Yesterday change to what? Yesterday change to about yesterday. Here you can see, right? Yesterday also change. Yesterday change to what?
Previous
the
day.
day before or the previous day, right?
Previous day.
You have to change it as well. Okay, so we can believe me the day before, right? Like that. You see about the way we change from here that I speak to reported speak. Okay, you have to change this way. So this is about the way that we use for direct to indirect. And another one is that when we use this one, you have to remember that. Take note a little bit. When the verb is when the verb clause is present simple, present perfect, or future, we don't change. Okay, example here, everybody. The prime minister agree. The agree here is not past simple, right? If this is present simple like this one keep the same, we don't change. Remember, everybody, when the verb here, the reporting verb here is present, we don't change the 10. Okay, keep the same. And another one, you know, like here, they have hope. This is present perfect, right? If it is present perfect, we also don't change this one. Keep the same 10. We don't change. And another one is a future. Okay. So when you see the verb is present simple, present perfect, future, we don't change the 10. Okay. We don't change the 10 in the from direct speak to reported speak at all. Like give you one some example here, everybody. I just give you example outside to be clear. Example, my mother always say you have to swallow your pride sometime. Okay, but anyone can change this one, buddy. Anyone can change this one. My mother always say you have to swallow your pride sometime. Anyone? How do we change? So
Teacher, we cannot change, right?
My mother we change the same. Always say that. Do we change the 10 in the inside the bracket or not? No, right? Just keep the same. That I have to swallow my pride sometime. So this one we don't change. We keep the same 10. Okay. Why? Because the verb here is the reporting verb is what? Present, right? Present. So if it present, this one we don't change the 10. Okay. If you change, it is wrong. But if I put like this, if we just put like here, example, if we just say set, example, if you put set, this one I change or not, or keep the same. Anyone?
Hey, teacher.
Yeah. Had, right? Had. Okay. But if you just say here, this one must keep the same form. Okay. Have to. This is about what you have to be careful when the verb is what? Present, perfect, present simple, or future here, like I told you already, right? So like present simple, like, you know, present perfect, like, you know, future. So when you see when the reporting verb outside are present, perfect, future like this, the verb, you know, in the, you know, direct speak, that we change to reported speak, the same. Don't change it at all. Okay. You see what you have to remember about that one. Okay, let's go on. And if the verb is past tense, this one you change. You see, agreed. This one was, we change. Okay, like the report stated, so past simple, right? So this one we change to past simple. So again, everybody, you have to be careful with the verb outside. If the verb is present perfect, or future, we don't change, right? But if this one is past tense, we change it. We don't keep the same. This is what you have to remember about the verb. And another one about it, sometimes, you know, when you report the fact or general truth, even though the verb here is past tense, but the other, I mean, this one we keep the same. We don't change. Why? It is about the fact. Okay. When you report the fact, you don't change the tense at all. Like I should give you some more example about it. Example like here. If we just say, my teacher usually told me the sun rises in the east and set in the east, right? Example. So you can see the verb here, everybody. Verb here is what? Past present, everybody. Verb here. Past present.
Past, teacher.
Past, right?
Past.
But can we change the sentence here to past or not?
We cannot change, teacher, because
Why?
it's fact.
Yeah, it is the fact.
It is
right?
general true.
So we just say what? My teacher usually told me that, keep the same, right? The sun rises. You can see in the east and set in the east. Sorry, right in the west. Okay, and set in the east. So this is about what you have to, be careful, with that one. Okay. So when you talk about the fact, even though the verb here is past simple, you still keep the same tense when it is the fact. This is what you have to remember about the, reported speak. Okay. Now let's go to another one about that clause, buddy. Have you ever known about subjunctive noun clause, anyone? Have you ever heard? Anybody? Subjunctive noun clause.
No, teacher.
Okay. This one, when we use with some verb here, that talk about, like urgency, like, advisability, like necessity and desirability, we call a subjunctive noun clause. And there are some verbs that you have to remember about it. These are the verbs that we use with subjunctive noun clause, and these are the adjectives that we use with subjunctive noun clause. Not all, they can be used like that, like advise, ask, command, demand, direct, insist, order, prefer, propose, recommend, require, suggest, urge, book. And actually we have like advisable, desirable, essential, important, significant, useful, and so on. So when you see the adjective and verb, we can use with subjunctive noun clause. And with subjunctive noun clause, is that even though this one is past tense, this one must be used to set the base form, original verb. Okay, I mean the base form without changing anything. Even though this one is past tense, you see here, is past simple, right? But this one we don't say was, we don't say it, we don't say am or I or was or were, but we put the word be here, and that here you must put it. That here you cannot omit it at all. Okay, this is called subjunctive noun clause. Subjunctive noun clause. And why do we use it? Again here, buddy. We use it for what? For urgency, vậy là toàn kháng, advisability là ao dự bỏ cái, necessity chỉ riêng chẳng bách, and desirability ở với trong cái lần kháng. Okay, this is the way we use subjunctive noun clause. And again, these are the verb and adjective that we use with subjunctive noun clause. And when we use subjunctive noun clause, you must put the word that. Okay, that here you must put it, and then with base form. Okay, this is called what? Subjunctive noun clause. Okay, you can see here, past simple, right? We don't use was or were, we use be. And another one, like here, one more example. It is necessary that. So that here you must put it. It's a person. Usually, if you with singular, now we use singular verb, right? With a, right? But this one with a or not? Anyone? Do we have a? Yeah, no? Do you put a or not?
No.
No, right? No. That's why we call it a subjunctive noun clause. So you can see no a at all. We have to use, base form. Okay? Without a, and if it is a verb to be, just put be, right? Without was, were, or am, is, are. This is called, subjunctive noun clause. Okay? This is the way we use it. And this is very formal, but very formal way. And it's very strong, when we use it. And just some more example here. If it is negative sentence, just put not. No, didn't, no, doesn't. Okay? You can see, this is past simple. She insisted that. So that here you must put. And then this one, we did say didn't lose. We say not lose. If it is, negative form. Okay, so this is the way we call subjunctive noun clause. And why do we use it? For urgency, for necessity, for advisability, for desirability. There are 4 points that you use it for. Okay, usually this is a very formal in writing skill because subjunctive noun clause. Okay, so just put not didn't. Okay, we don't say didn't here. Just say not plus by form. Okay. Is it okay, everybody? Can you catch up with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's go on. So usually, we can also use passive as well in the subjunctive noun clause. Like you can see here, if we recommended that, And then here, negative, not higher. We don't say didn't hire, okay? We say not hire. You see about the way we call a subjunctive noun clause as well. We can also use passive verb in this one, like you can see here. And another one about it, the second kind, of noun clause. So just now you talk about the first kind that we call that clause. And second kind we call, if or whether clause. I think you know, right? When do you if or whether clause? When we change from what? Yes, no question, right? I think you learn about English. There are two kinds of questions. We have yes, no, and W8. Okay. So for W8, you just keep the same, right? But for yes, no question, when we change to indirect question or reported question, you need the word if or whether. Okay. I think you know about that, right? How do we know that it is yes, no question about it? How do we know that? How do we know that they are yes, no question? Anyone? Huh?
Use of the
Yeah, when they have no question verb, right? Example like here. Just skip this one a little bit. So usually, when we change from the general question to if and the clause, usually we follow the same order like the positive sentence, right? Like the positive sentence, okay? And we delete, do, does, did. And another one, we add if or whether. And whether is more formal than if. Don't forget that one. And for whether we can use with the word or not, right? But this is optional. You can put it or no need, no problem. So this is about the way we change from that one. Example about it. I just give you outside is better. This one is a bit difficult to understand. Now I just say here. Do you want to have a break? Example now. You see yes, no question, right? And then I just say I wonder. Now put what? If, right? Or we can say whether. And do we put do or not about it? Do we put do here or not?
No, teacher.
No, right? So you again want to have a break now. Okay. Question mark or not, everybody? Do we put question mark here?
No.
No, right? So this is called, yes, no question. Okay. Sorry, yes, no. We can say yes, no question, or we can call it direct question. And this one we call what? Indirect. Yeah, question. Okay. And which one is more formal, buddy? Which one is more formal, everyone?
The second one, teacher.
Yeah, this one is more formal, or we can say more polite. Okay. But do you like using the second one, everybody? Do you like using it?
Really, teacher.
Really. Okay, like one more example. Let's say, did you did you go out last night? Example. Now, how do you change? I want to know whether again. You
go out.
Hey, you
go out last night.
You went. Why? Omit did, right? Omit did and go change to past simple, right? Positive form. Don't forget. Whether you again went out last night. You can say or not, right? No problem, right? This one is option no. Okay. You can put it or no need, no problem. And don't forget, this is called what? This is called what? Indirect question, right? Okay. What do you want to ask?
Yes, teacher. My question is how to answer.
The same like the first one here. Yeah. If you go, yeah, I did. The same. The same. Okay. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't.
Yes.
Okay. Because
Yes,
you see, yes, no question. Yeah, no question. So when you answer the same, yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. The same. Okay.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
So this is about the way that we call, yes, no question for the word if and whether. Okay, this is about what you have to understand. And another one that you have to know is that the last one we call in question clause. They start with the word in what, where, when, why we call question clause, right? Question clause. And then when we change to a noun clause, just, use the same. Okay, example. She had, who stole her book. So this one, this one we call what? Object is subject, everybody. This one here. Who stole her book here? We call what? Subject, object. Everyone.
Subject.
Here, she had who stole her book. We call what?
Object, teacher.
Who here is subject, but it's after the word had, right? So we call what? The whole sentence here we call what? Here. Who stole her book? We call what? Direct or indirect?
Object.
Yeah, direct object. Okay, don't forget that. And another one, it can also, stay after a still the same like that, right? Like that, like here. She was said when she had. So when he is called a subordinate, and this is object because he is subject, but we don't care. When she had lost her book, we call noun clause. That, and this is called question clause. Question clause. And usually, when we're talking about it, one, the same we change, like, like general question. Okay, when we change from direct question to indirect question, we keep the same thing. Like here, example, what time is it? This is general, this is WA question, right? And this is called direct question. And when we change to indirect, please tell me what time it is, and no question mark, right? And no question mark. Okay, this is called what? Indirect question, right? Indirect question. And why do we use it, everybody? Why do we use indirect question, everyone? Why? To be very polite, right? Polite or formal, okay? Don't forget that. Then another one. How did he repair the void? So when we change, she want to know how he repair the void, right? So this is about the way we change, look like the, positive sentence. Don't forget. Like give you one more example here. Example. What is your name? Example. Now, how do you change to indirect question, everybody? I am not sure, example. I am not sure. Do we put if or whether or not, everybody? Do we put or not? Do we put if or whether or not, everyone? No. Yeah, no? No. Because this is WA, right? So what name? What A? What A? What A?
What your name is? What your name?
What your name is? Okay. No if or whether, because what? This is what? WA. Okay. So WA, no if or whether. Another one. Where does your sister live? Example. Now, how do you change to indirect? Oh yeah. I have no idea. Where
your sister?
Where your sister live?
Yeah, live with A, right?
Yes.
Where your sister lives. Okay. This is about the way we have to use, for the indirect question. Like another one. Example, when were you born? Example. Oh yeah. I wonder. When
you were born.
When you were born. Okay, good. So this is about the way we change, from from direct, from WA question to, indirect question. And remember, the second one is more formal. Okay, so this is what I want you to be clear, about that one, about noun clause. So these are the three kinds of noun clause. And what are their functions? As I told you already, these are the functions of noun clause. Actually, there are three main ones. Mean subject, object, complement. Subject, object, complement. But actually, if we divide them, there are 8 functions. They can be subject, They can be subject complement. They can be object complement. They can be direct object, indirect object, object of preposition, adjective or phrase complement, and appositive. Okay. Usually, they are the subject because they stand before verb, right? So when they stand before verb, we call it subject. Okay, very easy to hear. That you don't tell me this is subject, right? Is man verb. Okay, so this is called subject. And another one we call subject complement when they stay after linking verb, right? When they stay after linking verb, we call subject complement. Like here, this is what I want to know. So what I want to know is stay after the word is. Is called linking verb. So we call subject complement. I feel that you are right. So feel is called linking verb. So that you are right, we call subject complement. And the third one, we call object complement. Object complement, when they stay after a particular verb, not all verb, only some verb, only a few verb, less than 10, okay? Less than 10 verb that we can use with, object complement. And they stay after, direct object. Okay, something like call here, buddy. When you see the word call, this is call, direct, and this one we call object complement here. That you didn't inform me first about that. How do we know? Remember that verb here, like call, like regard, like a noun, declare, promote. These are the verbs that we use with direct object and then plus object complement. Chừng năm vô mong gì? Chừng năm verb vô mong nữa. Xong bè bà hỏi. Nè, chừng năm call, regard nữa. This is called direct object and this is called object complement. Here, some particular verb, not all. Okay. And another one, we call, the noun clause they function as direct object. This one when it's after, transitive verb. Okay. I mean, only one verb, like the word that need the object. Like, I love who you are. So who you are here, stay after verb here. They be called transitive verb. So we call here direct object. Okay. And another one, we call the noun clause they function as indirect object. Indirect object, is the noun clause that stand between transitive verb plus direct object. Like here, I told what I knew to you. So you can see what I knew here is, a noun clause that stand between, verb and, object here. So this is called, indirect object. Okay. And another one, we also have noun clause that function as object of preposition. I mean, the noun clause stand after, preposition here, we call, object of preposition. Okay. And another one, is the way we call, adjective complement. The clause that stand after, adjective like that. Here, let it adjective, right? So when it stand after adjective, we call, adjective complement. And the last one, is that we call appositive, when it stands after another noun or noun phrase. Another noun or noun phrase. Like here example, my biggest mistake that I let you go. So this one, it's after, noun here. My biggest mistake and comma here, right? Comma here. This is called, appositive. Appositive can be noun, can be adjective, everybody. Can be noun, can be adjective. But appositive usually, it refers to the same noun. So here, might be a mistake and that I let you down the same subject. So this one we call appositive. Noun clause that function as appositive. Okay. Like one more, a man who ever come near you. So this is called, a positive phrase or appositive. Positive means that it refers to the same noun in front of it. A positive is the noun that refers to the same noun in front of it. So this one means the same. A man and whoever come near you, the same. Okay. This one we call, this one we call a positive. So these are the, the function of what? Of